All right, and I am live. The first time since when? Saturday night? All right, usual. New one here. Gonna make a cocktail video while waiting for people to arrive. Okay, let's get this done in stages. What was that? Some crap stuck to my camera. Okay, let's do some here. Duster. Feel like someone's been in here. Very nice. Going to go, I didn't know. I just thought something I was looking for. But I might have put in this bin. But no. Nope. All right. Now, I need to get the stuff ready. Okay, we are doing. Is it Pisco Golden Fizz or something ridiculous? Golden Pisco Tang. Alright. So, Vivant Pisco, which is okay, Pisco. Strictly take it. Hello. Getting a cocktail other than me. I'm making a cocktail. Seem to be using more yellow chartreuse than green chartreuse. Banana liqueur. Okay. What banana liqueur do I have? Gotta get inside. This one. I have no more of the fancy banana liqueur. We're doing the mundane banana liqueur. Okay. Cooking some dinner. Nice. I got a package to open as well. Oh, yes. The standard EU Foods text always manages to catch me somewhat by surprise. Okay. Let's get everything ready. Terry Mills Pisco. And yellow chartreuse. There's a lot of yellow chartreuse actually. Oh man. Fucking sugar. I should clean that. I should absolutely clean that. See if I can remember to do it. Okay. Orange juice. Orange juice. Orange juice. Okay, so these are ready. I'm going to shake this cocktail. Actually, you know what? I'm going to double check something. I haven't opened the package yet. I've been saving it to do it on a stream. That's how dedicated to the stream I am. I've had it since Tuesday. Been a big effort of will to not open it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Golden biscuit. Should be shaken. I just am intrigued. Yeah, shake. Okay. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Right, well, might as well start this up. How's this? Yeah, the chartreuse. Banana liqueur. Orange juice. Oh. Okay. Rightio. Excuse me, I have to. This battery is playing again. I have to go out and get my other battery. And back. Okie dokie. The refreshing battery. Let's see. Okay. Let's get some ice. Oh, up in this sucker. Okay. Okay. Got that already. All right. It is very golden. Okay, so that's made. Take a picture for publicity purposes. Do. Cool. Now we'll turn this around here. Okay. That's ready. And away we go. Fucking shit. Tripping over shit. Honestly. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called a golden pisco tang. It's certainly golden. It has pisco in it. Let's see how it goes for tang. Ooh, that's good. Sort of a rich tropical vibe almost going on here. I'll show you how we make it. In a shaker, we put 1 ounce or 30 mils of pisco, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of yellow chartreuse, then half an ounce or 15 mils of banana liqueur, and finally 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of orange juice. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then we're straining that into a chilled coupe. I don't often like orange juice in cocktails, but this one works really well. I recommend you give it a go. The Golden Pisco Tang. Cheers. Oh, starting with the short video. Okay. I also have to remember do that. And now I'll sit down for a bit. Switch a couple things off. Okay. Oh, first sit in the dune with the first cocktail. That's not bad. A lot of chartreuse. It's all good in the hood. It's a little bit sweet. So yellow chartreuse liqueur. It's a high proof liqueur, but sugar in it, sweetenly. Banana liqueur, a lot of sugar. Orange juice, sweet, certainly. But there's a richness from the yellow chartreuse and sort of crispness from the pisco, which is a grape brandy. Yeah, good news. Can fully reveal next Thursday. What a tease. Okay, well, I'll look forward to next Thursday then. Yeah, so there's no additional sugar syrup in it. That would be too much. Can't help wondering now what this would be like made with lime juice, actually. Make it a bit more tart. If I can be bothered one day, I might. Yes. Sit in anticipation. There was someone in the extremely early days of Twitter started an account called Dr. Frankenfurter, and they did something. I forget what the line was, but it was they did one tweet and it was, I don't know if it's the full line from the song, but it was, they put antici ... Then they didn't tweet for 5 years, and 5 years later they tweeted patient. A week. Why 1960s? Safa? What do you reckon has been the 1960s in the last week? I'm just looking at Frank and Twitter. See if it comes up. I want to know the gap. Yeah, it was 5 years. Okay, I'm looking it up. Oh God, why the fuck has Elon Musk fucked up Twitter so much? Oh wow, that's weird. So on 8th May 2000, they tweeted, oh, they did the lyrics. So come up to the slab, see what's on the slab. I see you shiver and anticipate. That was on May 8th, 2009. Then on May 8th, 2014, they tweeted patient. That's what we call dedication to a bit. Yeah, well, that's really friggin' wise, Strictly Sega. Don't get too dragged into the Trump shit, because it is shit. I like that. That's dedication. Mm. Oh, that's actually pretty tasty. 8 out of 10. Does tempt me to try it with lime juice, but probably can't be forked tonight. Oh, okay. You want me to open the pack to see my reaction? Okay, I got it all ready to open, but I haven't opened it, so I don't know what's in it. It's this size. It's surprisingly light for its size. So I don't know what's in here. Oh, and another layer of wrapping. Maybe use this knife to open it. There you go. Okay, well, it's a Dymo labeler box, but is it a Dymo labeler, or is it just the box was handy? Let's see. Ha! Sorry, I think I'm getting the context for this now. Actually. Ah! Yes, and it's still sealed, so... Right. So it's a Dymo, and I'm getting the context for why you sent me this, strictly Sega. Dymo labeler, because I always do stuff and don't label it, and then I forget what's in the bottle. So now, no excuses, because I have a fancy Dymo labeler. All right, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Okay. And the little ribbon. How does that go in? Oh, yeah, that looks pretty obvious. You put it in like this. Okay, needs batteries. Going to be very handy, strictly Sega. Thank you. And I'll tell Mrs. Angry, and she's going, she will be very pleased as well. Which now makes me want to make some stuff. Oh, it's going to be very helpful, strictly Sega. Thank you very much. Something that I was always too lazy to get myself. Oh, okay. That was actually pretty yummy. Oh, yes. How busy was the CBD? It was friggin' raining, so I did not go out much. But, I mean, by a lot of accounts, mostly recovered. But I think the quietest days are Monday and Friday. People taking long weekends. Sorry, what's the context there? Was Italian code name for pizza or pasta? Tuesday was probably the most rain here. Thankfully, most of the rain's been overnight. Hate going out and getting. Oh, I talked about why I didn't stream on Tuesday. It was Eto pasta. Well, so it was pizza and pasta from Eto. And that was what was nominated by young Mr. Angry for takeaway. And by coincidence, Tuesday was half-price pizza night. So I actually got an extra pizza. I had pizza 2 days in a row. Kept one in the fridge. And we shared pizza and pasta on the Tuesday night. And Wednesday, I had half a pizza for lunch and half a pizza for dinner. It's a lot of pizza, I suppose. Okay, I might make my second cocktail video. I forgot I wanted to do a blind taste test. I'll do that tomorrow night. Get Mrs. Angry to help me mix some things up. Because Coles have started producing cheap Australian whiskey for their stores. And it tastes like cheap. It's not terrible, but it tastes like cheap whiskey. And I want to do a blind taste test with some of my good whiskies to see if I can pick it, because blind taste tests are very revealing. And yes, it is date night on Saturday night. Had fish and chips. I was doing the U Foods. I had spaghetti bolognese tonight. Very Italian week, but mostly I've been eating U Foods meals mixed up with Eto on Tuesday and Wednesday. Right. Okay. This next one has an egg in. It's a flip. Oh. Knocked my little straw up there. Okay. Okie dokie, getting stuff ready. Hey, Big Pat, how you doing, buddy? Just getting set up to do a cocktail video. This is going to be a slightly longer one. Probably take me 10 or even 20 minutes to make this one. Okay. So, green chartreuse. I've got to put this over here to remind myself I have to clean all the sugar out of the thread because it's getting stuck. Put this back. Golden Pisco Tang. Apricot liqueur and hazelnut liqueur. Okay, so what have I got? What am I going to choose instead? Because I don't have apricot. Chocolate. Peach. Fuck it, peach. Straight up, peach. Instead of hazelnut, we will do macadamia. And orange juice and lime juice. Grenadine. Okay. Get a sugar syrup out of the fridge. You doing good, Pat? Glad to hear it. Been to any movies since we last talked? All right, got the appropriate sugar syrup. Oh, okay. I'm going to make this video, Pat, and I'll look at this one. Take that off. Okay. Pisco. Go back in the brandy shop. Okay, what ingredients? Aged rum. Oh yeah, fuck it. I'm going to do this one. Flor de Caña. That's an aged rum. It's 7 years. So, orange juice. Lime juice. Grenadine. And an egg. Okay. Oh, also, I want the appropriate glass. Do this one. Put some ice in this glass. That's about right. Right. Okay. Get all these ingredients ready. Get ready, cause here I come now. Get ready, cause here I come now. Okay, let's do the rum first. 2 ounces of rum. 3 quarters. Okay. Noisy car going past. Oh man, that rum smells really good, actually. Okay. Got my shaker. Turn the light on. Hug the sun. Okay. Away we go. Ounces of orange juice. Yep, almost perfect. Grenadine. And now the egg. Let's see how much mess I make. Cracking an egg on the bar. A lot, as it turns out. Oh, I should have brought a cloth in here. Why did I not bring a cloth in here? Okay. You know what? I'm going to excuse myself for another minute. Hey, Celtic King, how you doing? I should have brought a cloth in. Fucking around with eggs and no cloth. I'm an idiot. But, you know. Don't wash my hands as well as the friggin' desk. Oh, jeez, I made a lot of mess here. Okay. Clean that up. All right. Let's just put this over here. Wipe my hands on my jeans. Why the fuck not? Right. Now, shaker. Okay. Okay, do the reverse. Dry shake. Put that on there. There. Okay. Take a 2. Yeah. Shaking the hell out of this. I actually need to do this. Okay, I haven't used this in forever and it's fucking stuck together. Oh my god. Shit's all weird here. Fucking shitballs. Get a proper seal, you cunt. Fuck me. Fucking disaster that was. Fucking glad I got a cloth there. Christ almighty. Fucking pain that was. And now I'm sticky as fuck. But at least I got a cloth here. Ugh. Okay. Put a straw in there. Let me take your photo. Honestly. What a fucking palaver. Okay. So I'm just going to bring something up here. Oh, okay. Glad you like the shirt, Kelty. That's interesting. Okay. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a flip, which is to say a cocktail which has an entire egg in it. And that does put some people off, but I do like making a flip every now and then. Gives it a real richness. This one also has a fun name. This is the Fosbury flip. And that may be either specifically memorable or vaguely memorable to people. It's inspired by an American high jumper, Dick Fosbury, who got gold in the 1968 Olympics with what was then an innovative jumping style where he kind of threw himself over the bar and flopped over. Prior to that, most high jumpers did a thing where they literally jumped straight up, and he somehow worked out these things like, well, the only rule is don't hit the bar. And you could get much more height if you weren't just trying to jump straight up. You just throw yourself over. Now, all high jumpers do it. If you know me, you know I love wordplay in cocktail names. So this caught my eye, so I wanted to try it. It's a rum forward drink, and it's got a few other flavors in it. I did freeform with a couple of ingredients, as I am wont to do, but I do want to try this before I take you through the ingredients. Mm. Oh yeah, it's almost like Advocaat with rum, or maybe I need something like this at Christmas. The whole flip thing seems like a Christmas thing, but it's winter here, and all these things came up in the northern hemisphere when Christmas is in winter, so it works, I think. Let me take you through the ingredients. The recipe calls for an aged rum. I have a couple. I decided to go with this one, Flor Cagna 7-year-old. But as always, go with a rum you like. I'm not as fussed as a lot of people are about very particular styles of rum. It's essentially, it calls for a type of rum. If you have it, good. If you don't, just use a rum you like. It also called for an apricot liqueur, which I don't have. I have a lot of fruit liqueurs, and I decided peach is very close. They're both stone fruits, so I'm using peach liqueur in this, even though the recipe I found on the different site called for apricot liqueur. The recipe I found also called for hazelnut liqueur, but I'm using this macadamia liqueur from the Brookies distillery. Oh, it's Mac. This is one of the best things. Almost the only thing better than this is the barrel aged version of this. This is the non barrel aged. It's just really nice. Use it in any recipe that calls for a nut liqueur, basically. My tummy keeps making noises. I have no idea if the microphone will be picking it up. There's also orange juice, lime juice, grenadine, and a whole egg. So let me show you how to make it. In a shaker, we put 2 ounces or 60 mils of the aged rum of your choice, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of your fruit liqueur, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of your nut liqueur, then 2 ounces or 60 mils of orange juice. Add to that 2/3 of an ounce, around 20 mils of lime juice, then around a bar spoon or 5 mils of grenadine, and finally dropping in a whole egg. Add ice to the shaker, and we're going to shake the hell out of that for at least 20 to 25 seconds to really get that egg integrated. And then we're going to do a reverse dry shake. So we strain out the ice, then put the drink back in the shaker, shake it again for at least another 15, 20 seconds to really get that foam happening. Then we get a tall glass filled with ice and strain the drink into that. Probably want a straw for this, or you're going to get like the egg all over your top lip, but that's up to you really. Give it a little try. The liqueurs and the rum and the egg all come together in a very interesting way. Like I said, you have to not be troubled by the raw egg. People get worried about salmonella, etc. I figure the alcohol is going to kill anything. Mind you, also food handling is better in Australia than in a lot of places, so I'm not worried about it. But just shake your good hard. Decent alcohol content, it's going to kill anything. Or I'll end up being really sick, and I'll come back and tell you if this was a really bad idea. But it tastes pretty good. So at this point, I'm glad I made a false pre-flip. So if you're feeling adventurous and the egg doesn't put you off, give it a go. Or maybe just use the egg yolk. I use the entire egg. The recipe was recommending just the egg yolk. I couldn't be bothered filtering it out, and I went whole egg. But you do you, and you do. Please take care of yourself, because I'd like to see you back again here sometime soon. Until I do see you again, I will say cheers. Drain a bit more in. There we go. Right, not making any more videos tonight. Gonna sit down with this. It's kind of like a milkshake, egg shake. What do we call it? I don't know. A protein shake, because it's got an egg in it. Like a gym bro doing protein shakes. All right, I don't want this anymore. Okay. And now, yes, a man shake. Yes. You've got 152 4K Blu-rays. Hell yeah. Doing Archie Rose and Coke. That, again, you get some purists who would say, oh, no, you do the drink you like to drink, I say. Like, I hardly ever do mixes like highballs, but I usually really enjoy it when I do. So if I made a stupid decision, but you learn from it, well, there you go. Learning. Also, strictly say, my little tip, if you're doing, I assume it's whiskey and Coke, do a dash of citrus, lime, or even lemon juice. It looks like it's got a whole egg in it, Safa. That's kind of why it's this color. So there's a whole egg in. Oh, yes, Pat, you wanted me to look Discord. Okay. Okay, what's on the Discord from Big Pat? Oh, you went saw Twisters. The bloody 30-year later sequel. Okay, Pat, we need to know your rating for the movie Twisters. Yeah, add a little dash. It's a really nice touch with whiskey and cola or rum and cola. VT's proclaimed himself. Oh. Yeah, well, hopefully he'll just friggin' calm down in rehab. Who knows? Who can afford? I don't know that eggs got that much more expensive. Sometimes they're hard to get. 10 out of 10. Nice. It kind of looks cool. I have to admit, I like the trailers for Twisters. It looks kind of cool. Are you replying, Safa? Pat maybe goes to the cinema more than you do, Strictly Sega. I'm not sure. And that doesn't mean he watches more films. Pat goes to the cinema more in a month than I do in a year. Can't find eggs in the super. I think it really varies. Yeah, see, it just goes really well. Like, as a classic rum drink, the Cuba Libre is just rum and Coke with lime juice. It's friggin' awesome, and it works with whiskey too. Only go to the cinema once a month, yeah. But get 3 movies on disc a week, yeah. Safra, I will admit, I've been to the supermarket and there were no eggs at all, and a couple of times I've been there and the egg supply was quite depleted, but there was still some. And other times I've been there and there was a normal supply of eggs. So who the hell knows? I don't watch that many anymore, Celtic. I used to watch more, but I watch some. I don't even necessarily watch one every week, but some weeks I'll watch more than one. You're addicted to 4K more than laser discs. Yeah, well, the collector mentality, I'm completely on board with it. I was buying a lot of physical media a few years ago. I got nowhere near as many discs as you, but I got a lot. Now my compulsive collecting thing is booze. I have watched a lot of. I tell you what, one of the cinemas here, and they're actually called the Classic Cinema. It's a small chain in Melbourne. Um, they are actually running classics, uh, one-off screenings, and I assume it's a digital projector. That they're not actually going to have like 35 millimeter prints of these. They may be, doing a 4K digital projector, um, and it's stuff from the 70s and previously. They very much tempted me. There's a classic French film. Yeah, I think it's qualifies as film noir. Le Samurai, which I have seen. I saw it on disc. I'd kind of like to see it in the cinema. It's just like, super cool French 60s film. Last time I had a milkshake, I almost had one on the weekend, actually. I was in a cafe and I was thinking of getting a milkshake to go with the food I was ordering, but I got iced chocolate, which is almost a milkshake, honestly. So you're not on any streaming services. See, I'm the opposite in as much as I was buying a bunch of physical media and not watching it. I've still got a bunch of discs I haven't watched. Then I subscribed to a couple streaming services and I went, okay, stop buying that physical media because there's too much to watch. But, if the internet goes away, I'll have lots of things to watch. Or I actually seriously think probably in another decade or so, if and when I retire and maybe can't afford to have a lot of streaming services, I'll have many, many hours of physical media to watch. Yeah, well, see, I'm the opposite in as much as because I was buying so many discs, I realized a single disc was, multiple months of streaming services, particularly if I was getting like a box set of a show. And yes, I've had various things from Telstra about price increases, yeah, which friggin' sucks. But on fucking Prime introduced a hey, you're gonna get ads unless you pay another $3 a month. And I only had to have one show interrupted by ads to go, I'm paying an extra $3 a month because fuck ads. That's not bad. Like 7 out of 10. Nothing wrong with it. First one though was an 8 out of 10. It was quite good. With Kogan Mobile, $13 a month, but pay. Yeah, those things are normally cheaper if you pay yearly. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Going through dead relative stuff, finding a bunch of physical media. I mean, be an interesting insight into them, I think. Yes, essentially the discs do have better picture and audio quality than streaming, but I'm old and my eyes and ears don't work that well, so I can't actually tell. So it makes no never mind. But definitely a statement of fact. The discs have better picture and audio quality. No argument there. This is ASMR. Me rubbing my hands together. Because I remember being surprised at how noisy that was when I was editing a video once. And I wasn't even close to my audio recorder, but I did this between takes, and I was surprised at how loud it was. Well, it's a shaker, certainly. Not really a milkshake, but you can't tell the difference between 4K screaming. Well, yeah, it is, in fact. Well, okay. See, my problem is martinis are stirred, not shaken. It's just these are the two most obvious. Well, then there's a shot glass as well. But these, so maybe that makes it a porn star martini. Little sidecar of sparkling wine. These are the two most obvious cocktail motifs: a martini glass and a shaker. But it's sacrilege to shake a martini. Okay, what's this doing to me? Oh, wow. Okay, my computer's acting weird. Oh, I wasn't fucking. I was trying to change. Can be revoked. Yes. Ah, okay, yeah. The bond shaken thing. Fleming had no idea what he was talking about, and there's various bits of folklore um, that Fleming just came up with that description for the Vespa Martini because he thought it sounded cool, and he'd never actually had it, and that he had someone make him one years later, and he didn't like it. For those who don't know, a Vespa Martini is a martini that's mostly gin but has a little bit of vodka in it as well. And rather than dry vermouth, calls for Quina Lillet, which doesn't exist anymore, but you'd use Lillet Blanc, which again, it's another aromatized wine. Vermouth is an aromatized wine. Quina Lillet or Lillet Blanc is just a specific aromatized wine. And it's basically, if you're shaking it and adding a bit of vodka, it's toning down the taste of the gin. So if someone says, is there any place for a Vespa Martini? I'd say maybe for someone who's not completely sold on gin, because it tones down the gin flavor a little bit and might get them into it. Safa, if I ever went 10-pin bowling, I'd be compelled to wear one of my bowling shirt style shirts. I have about 4 of them, I think. I think there's about 4, maybe even more than that. The bowling shirt style cocktail shirts. Yeah, I don't actually remember when the last time I went was. 10 years. I don't even remember. But yeah, I'd feel kind of compelled to wear one of my bowling shirts if I went 10-pin bowling again. So, we'll just keep our eye out for someone inviting me to go out 10-pin bowling, which I'm very bad. Dubbo does have 10-pin bowling, actually. I think it's reasonably popular there. Didn't have it when I was there. It 10-pin bowling thing opened, I don't know, a year or two after I went to college. I always got a bit of a hoot because I went there and said, go 10-pin bowling. There was a sign on the door that said, no alcohol or drugs allowed. And I was like, I get what it's saying, because they were worried that, had a bad reputation for being seedy or something. And I was like, but you don't have to say no drugs allowed, because drugs just aren't allowed. You say no alcohol allowed. But they were trying to, say they were, I don't know, squeaky clean or whatever. No drugs or alcohol here. So, well, you don't actually have to have a sign saying no drugs because they're illegal. You're not allowed to have them. C'est la vie. That's another interesting thing, Celtic King, because you do get different edits of movies and TV shows sometimes. Whereas but if you get it on physical media, you've got that version of it. I think popular folklore is the laser discs of Star Wars released in the 90s, prior to the special versions, they're the closest to the cinema release, because apparently there were all sorts of weird little edits on various home video releases of Star Wars. And of course, then you get the special versions that have all the extra stuff in them. But I've heard tell that the laser discs are very close to the cinema release. But I also have a box set, and it's two versions of each. It's like the not special version and the special version, and I think those versions are pretty close to what was released in cinemas. Well, Justin, VHS players exist, and some people have kept them, and I've seen people online that have an obsession with collecting VHS tapes. I don't believe you can buy VHS players anymore. There's probably someone making them. But yeah, it's kind of like, there's one place that still makes floppy disks or something. So there's probably only enough of a market for there to be one manufacturer. But I genuinely don't know if anyone's manufacturing VHS players, or if they're just zealously maintained by collectors. I did see that article too, Safa, that the Japanese government was still running some stuff on floppy disks, and they just made an effort to get rid of their floppy disks. Anyway. Big chunk of... Well, look at this. This is such a pretty color. It's a clarified cocktail I made this week. And I did deliberately put blue curacao in it because I knew it'd go this color or a color like this. And I just think it looks really nice. Oh, yeah, I bet that's true. Sony no longer making recordable Blu-ray discs because no one buys them. Yeah, it would be a tiny market for discs because, yeah, people would just be recording their stuff onto solid-state drives and whatnot. I think I've still got a spindle of recordable DVDs. And one of my older desktop PCs had a read-write drive, which maybe still works. My fucking current computer doesn't even have an optical drive. Wow, someone's selling VHS players for $1,000. Damn. Yeah, it's kind of there was a period because I've still got Nintendo 64, and there was a period for 10 or 15 years ago where Nintendo 64s were really unfashionable. And if there were game cartridges in like a pawn shop, they were really cheap. But then, I don't know, like a switch flipped and they became retro popular and all the prices went way up. So I'm assuming my Nintendo 64 still works. I haven't plugged it in for a very long time. Oh man, this is really fucking nice. Booze-wise, I think I did everything. Whiskey, rum, and brandy in this. And blue curacao for color. That's extremely nice. And the milk element was a mix of coconut milk and dairy milk. So it's got a really rich, smooth... Oh God, Justin, he's just going through the VHS machines. One for $1,700. Damn. And that is, yeah, when something hits the nostalgia thing, stuff gets more expensive. And it's wild. Like I said, there was definitely... Because I bought a couple of Nintendo 64 games from pawn shops, and they were like really cheap. And then... Yeah, then I noticed at some point it's like, oh, the nostalgia's kicked in. and now they're really expensive. So it's a whole thing. Oh God, Safa, mono sound VHS player. Damn. Not even stereo. Oh. Not sure what you're asking there, Safa. Do you mean were the cartridges in their original box? Not always. They were cheaper if they weren't in the box. We're talking about physical media players. I remember I had a physical player that was a VHS and a DVD player, and you could actually put recordable DVDs in and play a VHS and record what was on VHS onto the DVD. I think you could do it the other way as well. Play a DVD and record it onto VHS. So blue milk. Well, I mean, I could do it with like coconut milk, genuine milk. Now it's just a blue drink. It is really good. Oh, I should be garnishing this. All eyes on me. Okay, I've got to interview someone for a job tomorrow, so don't want to hit it too hard tonight. Be functional in the morning. Just jokes, I'll be fine. There's way too much pith on that. Got to cut some off so it's not too bitter. Stop it, mate. You're giving me the pith. That'll do. Ha. Some of that nice orange oil action happening in there. Oh, you're going to sell your Sega Saturn. I picked up a Sega Saturn that someone put on the footpath at one point. I'm not even sure if it works. Justin, make the 2020s look like no. Get a 90s video recorder. Put what records VHS tape. I've got a filter on my editing program to make stuff look like it's on an old VHS tape or with shitty TV reception. Nowadays, you can get Zorodon for Saturn to play 300 games on SD card. Why not? Hello, Hannah. How are you? Rollin still a little drunk. They don't say anything. They have your back. If they got the job. They pull out Barocca. And you ride or die employee. All right. I get what. Sorry, you're responding to me. Okay. Oh, sorry, strictly saying, are you talking about my editing software? Yeah, it doesn't really look like VHS, but there's a few very interesting filters in my editing software, which you can adjust. So you lower the resolution. You get the lines like from the old CRT TVs. And even the roll, you can even throw in a bit of static. It's quite interesting. I haven't done it for a while. Oh, good. We were all asking, because Hannah, you were saying something about losing your job. All right. Well, that's an interesting one, Justin. Your boss said your assistant secretary called you a machine. I'm hoping that's a positive. I'm going to cherry in my drink too. Because I'm a special boy who deserves a cherry. This one's almost empty. I do have a backup, and I actually ordered another jar today from an online place that actually sells the cherries pretty cheap. And they advertised to me an American rye whiskey for half price. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm getting that. I don't have any American rye whiskey. And then to be determined. Unable to leave the house. Well, I have faith from what you've told us before, Hannah, that you get support from your workplace because you deserve support. Anyone would be extremely lucky to have you as an employee. And just because you're having a tough time at the moment, definitely no reason to write you off. So yes, I'm with Safa. All positive vibes to you right now, Hannah, because you're awesome. Mm. I'd like to think my work would back me if someone was dealing with a lot of stress and couldn't come in. I'd want to support them and give them the time they needed. And I do like to think my workplace would do that as well. So Hannah, it's been a tough time for a year and you're sick. I just hope that it ends up positively for you, Hannah. It's the whole thing. So Justin, do you think it's a positive that you're a machine? Interesting. A common description of people with autism who are good at their job. I get what you're saying. I do. Yeah, Hannah, I'm just thinking I don't see why there would be a problem with holding your job for you. And, you know, from what you've told me in the past, I have high hopes for your employer recognize that. Fallen Dreams, hello. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Just chilling out on a Thursday night. And my cocktails are catching up with me now. About half Tim Smithed, I guess. And as I always preface, that means I would not attempt to drive a car at the moment because that would be a dick move. And I'm not a dick, unlike Tim Smith, who's a dick. So, just gonna chill out at home and see what's what. So, how do you think at workplace? Usually very understanding, but Wednesday, boss seemed a bit annoyed. Yeah, and look, you're right. The boss might just be stressed. So, for what's Tim Smith up to? Having delusions of adequacy wherever he is, because he even floated this idea, like, you know, when they were various people were jockeying for pre-selection in seats, he got it put out to the media that he was considering trying to get back and get pre-selected, which just shows he's completely delusional because the party went, no, fuck you, man. What the fuck? I mean, and the Victorian Liberals, who are a fucking write-off, if the Victorian Liberals tell you to fuck off, you're fucked. And he's maybe got the message now. Who the fuck knows? But he's a piece of shit. It's just the classic fuck around and find out. I mean, because he was one of those idiot blowhard conservatives who just talks shit non-stop because they think they'll never face any repercussions for their actions. And if he was in American politics, maybe he wouldn't. But yeah, when he did the drink driving thing and the media were like, well, clearly you're going to fucking resign because you really loudly kept asserting people had to resign when they'd done next to nothing, and what you've done is disgraceful. And he was like, stop being mean. This is my life you're talking about. And they went, yeah, but you fucking said it about other people when they did next to nothing. And he's going, yeah, but I was just playing politics, but this is my real life. He's just like a delusional, spoiled fuckwit. And no, I haven't been watching any of the Republican shit because it's just depressing. And that weird shit looks like Trump with a big thing on his ear. I've seen lots of things of medical professionals going, that's fucking stupid. There's no reason to have that on apart from being really showy. And all the fucking weirdos in the audience at the Republican convention doing it like, oh yeah, I'm with Trump. I'm putting a huge patch on my ear. They just look so fucking stupid. It's just, ugh. Oh, and he's VP nominee, famous for the book Hillbilly Elegy. And famous because only a couple of years, he's one of the ones saying Trump is shit. Trump should never be our nominee, but now just fucking sucks up. Oh my God, it's fucking ridiculous. It is true, Justin. The ACT Liberals are in a worse place than the Victorian Liberals. Some of their candidates are defectors from the ALP. Left the ALP because they didn't get ALP pre-selection. Damn. Yeah. But yes, that guy, JD Vance, is like, now he's like a mini Trump. And ugh. It's just nothing means anything in conservative politics. No one stands for anything. It's ridiculous. Hannah, you're surprised how many Americans can't believe it's happening in a country. Yeah, it's just like, no, gun violence and shooting at politicians is absolutely on brand for the United States. Very weird. I also do hold that someone's definitely taken a shot at Biden sometime soon because the Trump supporters are way fucking crazy and they're taking it personally that he got shot at. Even though apparently the person who shot at Trump was just a messed up kid, not a Biden supporter. But damn. Justin, the last ACT Liberal Chief Minister said no to breathalyzer. Oh my God, Chase refused a breath test and ran and got chased by cops. Damn. More surprised this is the first time we know. Yeah. Oh, yes, Biden has COVID. If he has any decency, he'll just fucking die. Simplify things politically in the US. I love that. Being a political leader, being drunk and running from the cops, so fucking Aussie, you're almost proud. Yeah. It's a whole thing, isn't it? Really. So we'll see if Biden has the common fucking decency to either die or be so debilitated by COVID he has to step down. Maybe this is even just a convenient excuse. Who knows? Biden's isolating, and then he goes, I'm so much worse. I have to step aside. And conspiracy time. Maybe he doesn't have COVID. I don't want to get into silly conspiracy ideas like that, but if he had any decency, he'd just fucking die. Oh, okay. I don't even remember the Liberal Chief Minister was a woman. There you go. That is now actually sounding vaguely familiar. No, Trump is not similar to Pauline Hanson in Australia. Trump is like Dutton, quite honestly. Although if you really wanted to go the whole way, it'd be like if Gina Reinhardt went into politics, that'd be Trump. Because Hanson is just a fringe thing in Australia. Whereas Trump's super fucking mainstream. Yeah, Hanson's just like in UK politics, it's Nigel Farage. But yeah, I don't know. It's doing no. I don't like. Well, let's say it's not religion. It's Christianity. It's hyper conservative evangelical Christianity. And I don't like it because it's insincere religiousness. Yeah, but even again, Clive Palmer's a fringe non-entity. Clive Palmer wishes he was Donald Trump, which is completely fucking pathetic. And again, Trump did not go independent. Trump took over the major party, and neither Clive Palmer nor Pauline Hanson has the remotest 1 in a billion chance of leading the Liberal Party or even the Nationals. Whereas she wouldn't do it because she's too rich and whatnot. But if Gina Reinhardt went, I want to run in the Liberal Party and fucking lead the Liberal Party, they'd be up for it. Hey Fletcher, how you doing? Good to see you. Suffer, I'm going to go with no. I think it was unrelentingly negative media coverage that lost Labor the 2019 election. I am doing fairly well. Thank you, Fletcher. Glad to hear you're good. I'm just chilling out. Sipping a clarified old-fashioned. Then I'm going to drink some non-alcoholic stuff before bedtime. Just going to think, am I going to open my can of mineral water? Maybe I am. I'm just worried I'll have so much liquid in my system, I'll have to get up in the middle of the night to pee. Clive Palmer spent a stupid fucking amount of money in 2019. It's fucking wild how much money he spent. The dude's unhinged. Ugh. Open the mineral water, says Suffer. The moment I just have a bunch of water because I've had ice in here. Fletch, what are you saying? Biden needs to stage an assassination. Well, you missed me saying it. I personally believe it's almost inevitable someone or multiple someone's taken a shot at Biden just because Trump supporters are friggin' nutso. Is tomorrow going to be a huge party night? I don't know, man. I am old and feeble and I don't know how hard I can go, but let's say yes. Let's say tomorrow's going to be party night and we'll see how that goes. But I'm going out on Saturday. I'm going out somewhere at lunchtime on Saturday. And then I'm going out for date night on Saturday night. So, yeah. And yes, you'd get a freakish number of people in Dubbo thinking Trump's good. Fletcher, I normally just call Friday night party night because, don't have to get up early the next day. So I sometimes do very long streams, like to 2 a.m. or so. Oh, yes, trivia cards. Yes, pull out trivia cards tomorrow. Do regional in Australia and Texas have a lot of similarities? I don't freaking know. I really don't know. Is regional Australia extremely conservative? I suppose Texas is notoriously conservative, but the big cities aren't. So who knows? Yeah, and it depends how regional. That's true. Yeah, I think Texas, particularly the big cities, are way less conservative. Regional strategies, dirt road and trains. Yeah, that's when you're getting super regional. I love it. You said that too, Safa. Super regional. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of like particularly between like Queensland and the Northern Territory. Those freakish low territory. Anyway, what flavor mineral water do we have now? We have passion fruit and pineapple. You know, I've never actually been to Tamworth. It's not even all that far from Dubbo, but I've never been there. Maybe for the country music festival, which honestly I think would be a good time. Not even a particular fan of country music, but I think the Tamworth Country Music Festival would be a pretty good time. So you can say you don't want to go to the Tamworth Country Music Festival? And you have a farm 6 hours from the city, just dirt for about 4 hours. Oh my God, Hannah, this is the thing. Because you do get, where I grew up around Dubbo, you do get dirt roads, or very poorly maintained roads. I remember, we were like half an hour out of Dubbo on some dirt roads around some properties. And we suddenly hit this bit of really nice road. And I remember my mum saying something cynical like, "Oh, the Shire president must have a property here." And I didn't really understand what she's saying. But what she's saying is, yeah, you do literally get in these Shire councils, people with influence, getting nice roads built around their properties. Oh, the yuck was lemon, lime, and bitter shorts. No, it's not lemon, lime, and bitters. This is passion fruit and pineapple, zero sugar mineral water, and it's actually pretty fucking good. Arrowhead West, it was Arrowhead and North Dubbo, actually. Let you think the country music festival's okay? Leave Dodge as soon as it's over? I get you. Yeah, there's a little town near Dubbo that has this Elvis festival that's really big. It wasn't there when I lived in Dubbo, which was a disappointment. Yeah, there are a couple of flavors. Probably my favorite is the lemon and lime flavor, but I just buy like a 12 pack when it's on special, and so I've got a few different flavors now. Great mixes, particularly like lemon and lime, but it's nice though. Anna, your granddad was a road grader, rural WA, connecting mining towns. First 10 years of your mum's life, she didn't know the roads were anything but dirt. Because she always saw the road ahead before they got built. Yeah. Yes, Parks is where the Elvis. Oh, Dubbo's fucking heaps bigger than Parks. Parks is still tiny. Dubbo's heaps bigger than Parks. Let's go population. Let's do it. We're on the internet. I was going to say Dubbo's 5 times bigger than Parks, but let's see. Parks population 14,000 people in Parks Shire, and the population's actually declining apparently. Dubbo's 40. So Dubbo's 3 times. I was guessing 4 times bigger than Parks. Dubbo is 3 times bigger population. But that's also Parks Shire, not Parks City. Oh yeah, okay. Parks. Okay, I was right. Park City only has 11,000 people, so Dubbo's 4 times bigger than Parks. There you go. I was right. Yeah. So Parks is really little. They didn't even have the Elvis Festival when I was in Dubbo, which is a major fucking disappointment. Because that sounds like a fun thing to go to. I tell you what, Thafa, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Parks is boring as fuck. Charlie, you're over there on part of yourselves. You're over there on Facebook now. That was in Canberra though. Didn't he do that fall asleep drunk in Canberra? Yes, the dish. The radio telescope in Parks is the focus of the working dog movie The Dish. Would I make a good Elvis? I think I outlived Elvis. I even forget how old Elvis was when he died. Let's look it up. So he born 35, died 77. Yeah, he was only 42. Fuck me. He was only 42 when he died. Because he looked like a fucking wreck when he died, quite honestly. Like young Elvis. Elvis in the 50s and 60s, like 20 to 30. He was like hot as fuck. Then he sort of became this bloated mess in the 70s. Jesus Christ, he was only 42 when he died. God damn. I thought he would have been older than that. Yeah, I agree, Safa. Elvis looked at least 50s when he died. And he was 42. Fuck me. God damn. I ate too many burgers, did too many drugs. Ugh. The rock and roll lifestyle gets a lot of people, but not others. Like, everyone makes jokes about Keith Richards, but Keith Richards should have fucking died in the 70s. It is a thing, Fletcher, that people in like boomer generations and previously, people looked way fucking older. Like, what does my head in is the movie Cocoon, which was about old people. Okay, film was in 1985, and it was all about old people. 85, particularly Wilford Brimley. Okay, so it was in 85. Wilford Brimley was born in 30. So Wilford Brimley was only 50 in the movie Cocoon. And the whole thing about Cocoon is he's old as fuck. Brad Pitt is fucking 60. And he looks 20 years younger than Wilford Brimley looked in Cocoon. Jesus Christ. Did Elvis like steak? I mean, Elvis apparently liked bacon, fried peanut butter sandwiches. I don't know. It's hard to know what was true about Elvis and what was fiction. But yeah, and also the Golden Girls. They were now I want to look up the Golden Girls as well, because they actually weren't that old. Okay, so the Golden Girls, American sitcom. Ran from when to when? Oh shit! There's a search thing on Google. Which Golden Girl was born a man? That is weird. Okay. So Golden Girls ran from 85 to 92. Now, I think the youngest of the Golden Girls was Blanche. So, okay, so 85. And they're all supposed to be retirees. Rue McClanahan. Rue McClanahan was born in 34. So she's born in 34. So she was only fucking 50. She was only 50 when the Golden Girls started. And she wasn't even 60 when it finished. And she was supposed to be super old. It's just fucking trippy. Hey Micro, how you doing, by the way? Hollywood actors buying baby placentas on a plane. Hollywood actors do some stupid shit. Also, American politicians generally do stupid. Oh God, there's one guy, and he's a fucking weirdo who's facing quite serious sex offense charges, and he's clearly Botoxed and facelifted out the wazoo. It looks pretty weird. So you're alive but kind of tired. I get it. Is 60 the new 30? Let's say the new 40. But also, fucking Cheers was another one. Okay. Because the guys who are like washed up losers in Cheers were only in their 30s, I think. Okay. Now I'm just going to look up Cheers. Okay. American sitcom. So Cheers ran from when to when? 11 seasons. 82 to 93. Okay, so 82 was when it started. So Norm, who's like a fucking loser, 82. George Wendt, born in, he was in his fucking 30s. He was born in 48, in 82. And so 90, he was not even fucking, so, okay, the guys who were at the bar, who were supposed to be complete losers whose life was over, they were only in their fucking 30s. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Does my head in, quite honestly. Stricky saying on a skedaddle. See yous tomorrow with trivia questions. Okay. I know. Fletcher, is that again? Those characters at the bar who were supposed to be end of life, fucked up losers with no chance of redemption were only in their 30s when the series started, in their 40s when it finished. That's just fucking wild. Hannah started reading a new book, first person narrated by a very sarcastic cat. Nice. That sounds like a good book. I've been listening to the audiobook by Octavia Butler called Parable of the Sower. Octavia Butler is a Black American science fiction writer. This is the dystopian fiction. Weirdly, it's set now. Like the first couple of chapters are literally set now, like July 2024. It was written about 10 or so years ago. And the world's actually a bit worse than it is, but it feels like what it's heading towards inevitable, like societal collapse, multiple pandemics, climate change, really bad. But it's kind of weird to read a dystopian science fiction or listen to the audiobook that's set now. But yes, it's pretty wild stuff. What's your sarcastic cat book called, Hannah? Oof. Clicking the wrong buttons. Got to look up. When was Parable of the Sower written? Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. It's that long ago. Written in 1993. So it's written 20 years ago. And the book actually starts in 2024. And it's diary entries. And I think it's up to 2026 where I am in the book now. So it's a bit bleaker than what's actually happened. But you can see the possibilities in it. So the book opens with the cat being hit by a car, remembering humans is nice, tries to go and get help. When the human says, "You thought I'd be able to help," touch the cat came to him. Micro got some bread from food pantry, semi-pricey brand name shit, but you thought it'd be good, so it's gross. Sweet and smells like marshmallow. Okay, that's weird. Oh, brioche. Yeah, that's extremely sweet bread. Yes. Cat responds, I guess so, Sherlock. Man started sniffing something. Why is he crying? That sounds like a really trippy book, Hannah. I'm kind of with you, Micro. Brioche bread's not great. It's called The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arakawa. One of those Japanese writers who's doing magical realism. Taste of vanilla, hints of marshmallow. I gotta agree with you. Brioche bread, not great. Too sweet. There's a whole thing. Sometimes you get burgers in brioche buns. I prefer my bread to be not so sweet. Filipino bread is very sweet as well. Yeah. Gagging from how sweet it is. Yeah, I'm pretty much on board with you because I like bread to be neutral or savory, like sourdough. Brioche, not really my thing. But that's the whole thing. Yeah, it is more expensive stuff, which is weird. Yeah. So Hannah, it's the most deadpan smartass cat. Gives Garfield vibes. You should make Garfield your work bestie. I mean, honestly, that sounds kind of interesting. Safa, what do you like? Brioche bread or the cat story? Oh, you like brioche with Macca's burgers? Do they really? If you wanted sweet bread, you'd buy pound cake. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's brioche bread can pretty much be like cake. I do very much agree with you on that. Brioche buns can be okay with burgers, but brioche bread, I'm not really feeling it. Not really on board with it. And yes, that's also typical of brioche bread, thick slices. There you go. Yeah, make some French toast. Yeah. Coat it in egg and fry it up. Because that would also make it a little bit more savory too. Particularly if you put, some salt, pepper, herbs, spices in the egg wash that you're putting on the French toast. Safa, I also love French toast, and I haven't made it in ages. But now I'm getting a slight urge to go and get some really fucking thick sliced bread. See, you have egg and cinnamon. Maybe you get that brioche bread and turn it into French toast. See, I'm kind of tempted. God, man, this has got me in the mood. I haven't had French toast in ages. And breakfast sausage. Dude, what's holding you back at this point? Something's happening. There you go. There you go. We've had a fucking inspiration right there. I think US has way bigger problems with bird flu than Australia does. Toad loaf. Oh gosh, I remember the toad loaf. Actually, hyperfixate on toad loaf. Yeah. Oh, I'm now super tempted to get some really fucking thick sliced bread and make some French toast. Might do that this weekend. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Ugh, yum. Oh, all right. Settling down with some of that no sugar mineral water. It's actually pretty good. So we're saying if we don't do nothing about it or we don't know nothing about it, I don't know. The US is getting more cases of people working in poultry farms contracting the bird flu from the infected poultry. So far, it's not transmitting between humans, but I know the epidemiologists are super fucking paranoid about a mutated bird flu that spreads among humans the way the bird flu spreads among birds, because that will make COVID look like a walk in the fucking park. Hannah, you saw a TikTok for rat cookies and you tried to resist. You don't want rat cookies to be Toad Loaf 2.0. Damn. Because Toad Loaf was pretty cool. Oh, neat. Okay, I will look at that. You put an excerpt from the book on Discord. Ooh, Marco, you think should be making the rat cookies? I will be looking for something new to read in a bit. I've got my next couple reads set up. I got to finish Parable of the Sower. I did have a recommendation. I don't remember if it's on the stream or not. Wait, what is this? Doctor Who's future reportedly hangs in the balance at Disney. Oh, they're saying that the new season of Doctor Who didn't rate that well for Disney. Oh, who knows? Fuck, it's fucking gossip. I might re-listen to the ancient Egypt things actually, because that's free. You want rat cookies for tiny little hands and tiny thumbs making tiny crumbs, tiny glasses of milk. Rat cookies. And are you worried about being influenced making the rat cookies? Damn. Arts and crafts sell miniatures of things. Glass. That's true, actually. Seriously, what was I going to look up? I got fucking distracted. So you put it excerpt on Discord. Couple sentences about cat's view on scratching furniture. Nice. That's what I was going to do. No, I was going to look at what's the fucking book that I've got set up? Oh, fucking come on. Sapiens. There we go. That's what I'm listening to next. I've only got half an hour left of the Parable of the Sower. There is a second book in that, which I'll get to eventually. But the next one I'm going to listen to is Sapiens, which is non-fiction. I do like to occasionally do non-fiction. I might re-listen to the ancient Egypt stuff. Michael, you like that rats with their little hats, and they can wear little hats while eating little cookies. Now you're going to have to make cookies, god damn it. Micro's on board. It's very excited. And yes, I guess we are all enablers for you, Hannah. Because honestly, the rat cookies sounds pretty good, I have to admit. Oh, mind you, there's some, because I'm an Audible member, not just getting stuff randomly of these credits, there's some stuff you get free on Audible. And I think actually after Sapiens, because I looked up stuff I get free on Audible, and one was Green Mars, Kim Stanley Robinson. I know there's a series of the books, and the later ones probably aren't free, but I've always wanted to read or listen to all their book. But yeah, Green Mars by Kim Stanley Robinson. I think that might be my next one after Sapiens, but we'll see. Wait, Micro, you're confused. Are they tiny cookies for rats or corn? I believe, and I don't know this for sure, Micro. I believe there are cookies shaped like rats rather than being cookies for rats or made of rats. I think there are cookies shaped like rats, because the toad loaf was a loaf of bread that looked like a toad, as opposed to being one made of toads or made for toads. So I'm guessing rat cookies are cookies that look like rats. So yeah, rat cookies as in shaped like rats. Want to make tiny rat-sized cookies. Okay, so you have something funny. Yes, please share something funny from your state, Micro. I'm always down for that. Hannah, where did you put excerpt from the book? Because I'm not seeing it. You said you put it in Discord. But I am not seeing it. So I don't know if Discord has done something weird. Or has it just popped up? It's just popped up now. Okay, it says, despite appearances, I'm a pretty intelligent, well-mannered cat, and I worked out how to use the toilet right away and never once soiled the floor. Tell me not to sharpen my claws on certain places, and I refrain. The walls and door frames were forbidden, so I used the furniture and rug for claw sharpening. I mean, he never specifically mentioned that the furniture and the rugs were off limits. Admittedly, he did look a little put out at first, but I'm the kind of cat who can pick up on things, sniff out what's absolutely forbidden and what isn't. Furniture and the rug weren't absolutely off limits. That's what I'm saying. I love it. It's a cat with real attitude. I feel like I might get into that down the line. Also, it failed, but you posted again. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, yeah, in a month or so, when I've used up the things that I've got lined up, I'll probably ask you again about the cat thing, Hannah. Actually, I'm going to look it up now. You said what it was called. Or did you? What's the cat book called? The Traveling Cat Chronicles. So if I'm going to just go with no, low carb beer is not healthier than high carb beer. No. And there's a sequel called The Goodbye Cat. Okay. I'm just going to look and see if it's on Audible. Okay. Traveling Cat Chronicles. Wow, no, spelling. Traveling Cat Chronicles, auto-completed. By Hiro Arakawa and Philip Gabriel. Narrated by George Bladgen. Tender feel-good story of a man's journey around Japan with a street cat. It's not the journey that counts, but who's at your side. Wait, how long is the audiobook? And The Goodbye Cat is 6 hours. Okay. It's from 2011. Waterston's paperback of the... Oh, no, 2017. Waterston's paperback of the year, 2017. Oh, it's only 6 hours long. It's a slightly short book. All right. In a month or two, when I go through the other things I'm listening to, Hannah, I might ask you to remind me of it. Actually, you know what? I should put it on my fucking wish list. Then I won't forget it. Where are we? Traveling Cat Chronicles. Add to wish list. Now I won't forget it. Only 250 pages. Yeah, it's only about 6 hours. The audiobook's only about 6 hours. I have to admit, the one audiobook I got, because it's like, this is value for money. Because this is like literally the same price as the 6 hour book. If I look in my library, where is it? It's one of the first audiobooks I listened to. All right. Jerusalem by Alan Moore. 58 hours. Apparently the print version's over 1,000 pages. So yes, The Traveling Cat, 6 hours. Jerusalem by Alan Moore, 58 hours. God damn. So yeah. I remember I actually got Jerusalem when I was working in Footscray, and I was driving there, and the drive from my home to Footscray was over an hour each way, each day. And even with the audiobook playing while I was driving, it took a month to get through the audiobook. So that was a whole thing, is what I'm saying. But it was also a good book. Trippy. In fact, I maybe want to do it. Micro, did I see your comment about the garbage? Maybe not. No, I think that was one of the weird things where the comment got blocked. The last thing I saw from you is you had a funny story and then this comment. So I think it got blocked for some reason. And you had to look at this sequel on Amazon sale for $13.95. Treat yourself. All right. So I'm probably going to actually get that audio book in a month or two. Because I put it on my wish list, so I won't forget it. But I'm also now tempted to fucking re-listen to Jerusalem, because that's just a fucking trip. That book's so full on. It jumps back and forth in time over hundreds of years, and individual chapters are written in completely different styles, including one chapter that's written like a freaking play. OMG. Yeah, I definitely didn't see the comment. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, Micro? Just for something to do. Just going to look on YouTube. Oh my God, this cut out a heap of comments from you, Safa. Or did it? No, it's just like fucking... Oh no, that's just top chat. Where's live chat? No, it fucking cut it out, man. I'm not seeing it at all. Oh, yes, New York City getting wheelie bins and treating it like it's a major breakthrough was very fucking strange. Because in New York City, they just chuck garbage bags on the footpath, which is fucking primitive compared to the rest of the world, quite honestly. So, I literally just went to YouTube and did live chat, and then whatever reason, whatever you put there, micro, YouTube just decided was not fit for public consumption. I don't know, because it's just not there. It is not there. So what the fuck, YouTube? What are you doing? What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? YouTube, you're fucking with me. Anyway. Oh, you know what? It's after 10 o'clock. So, you know what? Hang on a sec. I'm going to put a little bit of flavor in this. So Mrs. Angry gets a bit of flavor. Also, Prime days are on because I have Amazon Prime. So I got well, first we needed a new kettle because the old kettle, which we'd had, I don't know, for 10 years, had a bunch of fucking black scale on the bottom. So we got a new kettle, and because it was Prime, it got delivered the day after I ordered it. So it arrived today. But the other thing, I ordered the drink pouches so I could occasionally send drinks to people in the mail. Didn't arrive. That was meant to arrive today as well. So I guess it's going to arrive tomorrow. I don't know. Safa, tomorrow night is, party night-ish. We'll see. Okay. I have to get some batteries for this Dymo labeler that Strictly Sega sent me. And I think I'll make some stuff and put in the barrels and make a Dymo labeler so I remember what's in there. So yes, I did actually order a few things in Prime Day. A new kettle, a new webcam, and some drink pouches. Because that's just what I was in the mood for. And the kettle did arrive today. So it's up and running. I'm assuming the other stuff will arrive tomorrow. I did also order some booze online. I haven't ordered booze in ages. I weakened and got some stuff. So that might arrive tomorrow, might arrive next week. So might have some new booze taste testing in the next week on live streams. We'll see. You think that was a euphemism, kettle? Micro? My kettle's leaking is a roundabout way saying my house is leaking? I mean, maybe. No, Wi-Fi kettle. It's one of those ones, though, that it's glass and there's a blue light at the bottom and all the bubbles go up. It just looks cool. We've decided we like kettles that do that. That's what our old kettle was, and it's what our new kettle is. So I'm going to do a ceremonial cherry eating because I freaking love these cherries. Oh my God, so fucking good. All right, you fun and funky folk, take care. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll see how we go, how long I last for party night. But I am going to say bye for now.